looking at it here on the page. Uh, and it was Young Men's University that they stole it and they came up with their own thing. Let me say something. This shutdown that the government is going through that I don't see, yeah, and anything in politics can change at a moment's. I don't know how anybody can make you go to your job, work for them 40 hours, and you're not getting paid. And you may not get paid when the government goes back in business. The bankruptcy files are going to go up. The auto repossessions are going to go up. People losing their houses is going to happen. The average government employee is working from paycheck to paycheck. Okay? From paycheck to paycheck. And this idiot in the White House is holding America hostage to get what he wants. Now, Ms. Pelosi has, told me he needs to not do his little speech next week. And I forgot until I was listening to the news that he has to get an invitation from the Senate. I think it's a resolution that you have to get from the Senate and the House to be able to come and do your little speech. But I don't think, does America really want to hear from him? The shutdown is going to affect some of us, or some of y'all, worse than others. How you gonna get to work? How you gonna pay your child care? You can't ask the businesses to let your babies come for free because them people in business. Because you are a federal employee, you can't pour up to the tank and say, fill it up, and you ain't got no money. But it's also going to not only affect the employees, it's going to affect many who are receiving government benefits. Those of you who have received your extra EB&T this month, you got to plan on how you gonna eat in March if the government is not back up. You got to work that out. Okay? The people on Section 8, if these people who you're renting from don't get their money from the government, there's going to be some evictions so that those homeowners can put people in those houses that can pay the rent. Because many of those homeowners are dependent on the Section 8 money to pay mortgages and insurances on those homes that you're living in. And they're not going to want to lose their houses because Donald Trump done lost his mind. So this thing has a spiraling effect. So what do you do? What do you do? I don't encourage nobody to work for free. Okay? Some of you need to go and find you some other work. Even if you have to go to the warehouse. Okay? They do what there?
They can't find no other work.
They can't do what? How come they can't find no job? Ain't no jobs out there to find?
If they find another job, they'll lose their job. They won't. If
They lose their
work,
what?
They'll lose their job, and if they get unemployment, they have to pay it back.
So, wait a minute, thank you for telling me that. So you mean to tell me, are they getting unemployment right now?
Some of them they don't get it, but if they apply and get it, they don't automatically get it, they have to apply and all that.
So if you apply and get it,
You'll have to pay that back when you.
you'll have to pay that back when you get a job.
When you go back to work.
When you go back to work for the government? That's messed up. Man. Some of y'all need to turn y'all cars into Ubers. That may sound funny, but y'all got to do something. Because, see, the longer that people stay unemployed, the chances of civil uprising in this country takes place. Now, here's somebody with me that's a federal employee texting me. Let me see what this is. Yeah, Thaddeus, I am a federal employee, and I never thought in a million years that my job would be affected by politics. It's a scary time we're living in. Luckily, I have always been a hustler, like you said, multiple streams of income. We can't get another job right now until 90 days after the shutdown.
It's 33.
So, wait a minute, and I'm gonna have to do the research on that tomorrow. You can't get a job, you can't get another job. And see, I guess I gotta understand this essential employees situation. Like them people at the airport. Now, I know that they're sending, because of the Super Bowl in Atlanta, they're sending, I think it was, I forget the number, 200 or 300 TSA people to Atlanta because they're expecting over 110,000 people to be in the airports coming up to the Super Bowl. And they're putting these people there. That means that them other airports around the country, I'm glad I ain't on schedule to fly nowhere right now, because you almost got to be at the airport a day early, because it takes you some time now. You got to take your belt off and everything off to get on a plane now. But this is madness in this country. This is a time that you got to remember where you come from. You might have to buy you some dollar store groceries. Okay? Yeah. You might have to go to the dollar store. You might not be able to go to Kroger's. Let me see somebody. They send me some more. Because we are technically still employed, we have to work and don't get paid, but we'll be reimbursed once the government is back up. You guess. Okay. To this person, tell me, is there any mandate that makes you go to work? Because I don't know. Whew, Jesus, I don't know if I could get up in the morning for something that don't pay. Someone sent me, if any federal employee that has Navy Federal Credit Union, they are giving out loans with zero, and I did hear that, 0% to help people pay their bills. That is a plan. Did you write that down for me, Dale? The Utility Assistance Program. For those of you in the Memphis, this was not just for federal employees. This is for poor people in the city of Memphis. I need to call it myself. Utility Assistance Program. If you're living below, what is this, 150% of the poverty level?
Mm-hmm.
What's 150% of the
We have
poverty
a
level.
household of four, $38,000.
So if you have a household of four, and you only bring $38,000 into the house, you can get some assistance on your utility bill. Yeah, guess I won't get into that program. But you can call 901, those of you in the Memphis area, 901-222-4299. CSA, I'm told, will pay Memphis Light, Gas, and Water bills up to $650. Anyone interested? Again, that same number that I just gave you, area code 901-222-4299 or 222-4200 to see if you qualify. We've got to, and I guess I really need to do a show, and I might do it tomorrow, Dale.
Yes, sir.
We need to gather information of people that is helping people through this particular time. Those of you who have knowledge of programs that's benefiting people who are on these layoffs, y'all can email me, thaddeus.matthews@gmail.com. That's my personal email, thaddeus.matthews@gmail.com, so that we can get the right information. This person, if we miss so many days that we are required to work, you will be subject of getting fired. Hell, you're already fired if you ain't getting paid. Most of us didn't imagine it would be this long. Most are scared to take another job, afraid that the government will open up. Many of you can call your banks, and I can't give this bank's name, but you can call your banks about your loans, your mortgages, and get help doing the furlough so that you don't lose everything. And I got this from a person that works at a bank, and I can't give that bank's name out, but you've got to do what you've got to do to survive. And tomorrow we're going to do a survival show. Okay, Dale?
Okay.
Put the stuff, we're going to have to put together some stuff of the TSA, so I have all of this information on tomorrow night. We need to do a survival program. We're going to also do somebody said kind of damn if you do and damn if you don't. Trump has you as hostages. So we've got to come up with some strategies. And I do know that there are some mega churches that have been able to help their members. I only have one member, and she was able to get her check, and I think it's because her particular program is with the health department, and it's a government program, but there's probably funds that were already in place for her job is the reason. And I told her on last week when she told me about that, whatever we had to do as a church to help her as a member, we are prepared to do just that. It's rough out here. Was you going to say something to me, Angel? Okay, I got about 8 minutes left. But tomorrow night, we're going to put a survival show together. I'm going to try to get some information on banks and financial companies. But we're in a bad shape in America, okay? This is not a joke. I thought it, well, a week, 2 weeks at the most. Now we're into a month.
33.
33 days, we're into a month. Someone's saying it's going to affect college students as well. But I shared with you, I believe that was Friday night, that there are 800 concentration camps already in place that is being manned by the National Guard already in this country. If people do not have groceries, if people cannot pay their bills, it's going to be some robbing and stealing that's going to take place all across the country. If the president gives an executive order, it will take 6 months before the Senate or the House could challenge him on it. Ladies and gentlemen, this country is in a sad state of affairs. But those who are still working, they taking what's FICA and MICA, and they still taking your taxes out your check. Okay, the government may be shut down, but they still taking your little check money. All right. So we've got to do, and I don't know what I can do other than this talk show. Our church is not a mega church. We had to go to doing blues shows on Sunday just to pay our bills. Someone says them bank loans also come with a higher interest rate too. More debt bringing in no money. Eventually, when you get paid, now you have more debt that you didn't ask for. So I don't know. I'm going to try to see if there's anything else that we can do, and I'm talking about Naked Truth with our facilities and things of that nature that we can do to see if we can. I don't know. You're in a state of being where you don't know, and this president don't care. He showed Clemson. Was that Clemson that he gave them hamburgers to, them French fries and some pizza too? Okay, we must come up, and especially in our black community, we've got to take time out from the killing of each other and strategize on our survival plan. So that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Those of you who have any information on survival, any programs around, not only in Memphis, but around the country for those who are on this federal furlough, email me. Thaddeus, y'all see my name on TV. Just put a dot between Thaddeus and Matthews at gmail.com. Thaddeus.Matthews at gmail.com. That's my personal email address. Send me the information. Food banks will be flooded. I want to also check with the food bank on that program that Pastor Jones was telling me about on today, so that we can put a food project together for federal employees to see if we can. I mean, it's all about ministry. It's all about ministry. And I think that the black church and churches, period, have a responsibility in this particular time of need. Don't forget that M&K and Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, that we are going to be clothing 5 young men without fathers for their proms. We're also about to start up the Naked Truth Liberation scholarships for our young people in schools. Okay, those of you that can file your taxes, quick cash taxes not only will file your taxes, but they will pick you up as well. 901-672-8290. 901-672-8290 is their number. Don't forget also about DMC Cleaners, 62 Fairway at 3rd. Black-owned cleaners, they open Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Same day service in by 9. You can get your clothes back the same day. 50% off when you pay in cash. And also, Goldsmith Security Academy. If you need a handgun carry permit, and the way it seems that this country is about to get worse than what it is, you may need your handgun carry permit. 634-8384. 901-634-8384. Sean Goldsmith, which is a part of my security team as well. Don't forget, I'm inviting you at 3 p.m. on Sunday to be at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. And this is a fundraiser. This is what we've got to do to maintain ministry so that I'm able to do some things in the community and maintain the ministry. 3835 Raleigh Millerton Road. I need you to be there 3 o'clock. It's going to be some good blues singing. It's going to be some DJing. And if you dance, if you want to twerk if you want to. Great food. Don't forget our Super Bowl party. If you don't have a place to Super Bowl, make sure that you come and be a part of Naked Truth. We'll be going longer than 6 on Super Bowl Sunday. We'll be going as long as the Super Bowl is on. I'm going to get another TV to put in the fellowship hall. Courtney Little is going to be there. Felicia will be there. Steve the DJ. We're going to set up spades, dominoes, food. I got a group from Yazoo City, Mississippi. The Funk Junkies are coming in. It's still going to be the same admission of $10. Join me Sunday morning, 9 a.m. And the person that brings in 7 persons or more, I got a laptop for you. I gotta go. My time is up. Thank you so very much for being here with me on tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be talking about survival. I'll open up the phone lines as well. You may have some ideas that you can share with us for this community and communities across the country. Until tomorrow evening, top of the evening to you.
You know you got another Sunday before Super Bowl.
Huh?